Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rapid Subconscious Reprogramming. I'm very happy for having you here. Today, I want to talk about stress and anxiety reduction and how to start practicing different techniques so that it doesn't control you. I've seen a lot of people along the way that stress and anxiety are running their life. And the idea is to be able to learn some skills, some basic things so that you can start practicing this so that it doesn't control you anymore. And as you keep practicing this, you can take control over these things. And although, as I'm going to talk a little bit today, it is many times a normal response to feel some stress or anxiety, because whenever we're facing any uncertain situation, something that is out of our control, we might feel a little bit of stress. Anxiety could be the byproduct of some fear, and it's okay. The problem is, as usual, right? When this stops us, when this gets in the way, when this doesn't allow us to see clearly, when this takes us to procrastination, and even maybe, some people that are struggling with depression. So I want to talk today about this to help you guys, giving you some tools so that you can start dealing with these type of reactions, okay? So again, thank you very much for being here. If you're watching on social media, if you can type #live, that would be great, so I know who's around. If you're watching on replay, #replay. The more engagement we get in this, the more people are able to see it. So as I'm doing this for free, I ask just that small favor that as more people react to this and share this, more people get to see it and get, of course, help from these even free videos that I'm offering. So thank you very much. I hope you can do that for me, and let's get going with this from today. So going back again to stress and anxiety reduction, what we need to do. So the first thing to understand is that what most people are doing out there are teaching is fighting against the stress of the anxiety. It's like people don't want to feel that way. So whenever you don't want to feel a way and you start fighting it, unfortunately, what's happening is that it's going to bring, normally in most cases, more stress or more anxiety. So going to a war with your mind is not going to solve the problem. What I really recommend is to start practicing a little bit, tiny bit if you can, of self-love, meaning to love and accept how you're feeling. Not loving and accepting the stress or the anxiety, but the part of you that is behind the stress or the anxiety. Because remember, the mind is kind of parts of us. There are different perspectives, different views, different voices, right? So there might be a part of you that it has limited information or a negative story because it has proof that in the past, whenever it tried to do videos, whenever it asked for a raise, whenever it asked a person out, whenever it did something, things didn't go well. So it has proof to have that fear, right? So that fear might bring some stress or anxiety. And this is just an example of different things that could be going on. So if somebody's feeling stress and anxiety, we start trying to go deeper into understanding where it's coming from. So first of all, as I just said, is validating the experience, understanding that you have valid reasons to feel the way you do. What unfortunately a lot of people do is they start fighting it. Again, as I'm saying, they start denying, like, oh, I shouldn't feel like this, I shouldn't feel like that, I should feel better, I should feel, stronger, I should feel more confident, I should. And that creates judgment towards yourself. And you're, in a way, you're saying that you want to put out a fire, but you're throwing gasoline into the fire. So if I want to put off a fire and I use gasoline, I'm not solving the problem. The thing is, as I have limited information and might think that throwing gasoline is going to help. Like, again, repressing, denying, ignoring your feelings. So what I want to invite you, right, is to start accepting those feelings. Okay, they're there for a reason. When you start moving into learning mode, loving and accepting what is, the mind normally starts opening up to show you, to reveal what's going on. Yes. So as I have talked about Gabor Mate, there's another one that now I've been studying a little bit more lately, that is ACT, acceptance and commitment therapy, where they talk about loving and accepting what is. There's many more names coming out there that they're teaching these things, or they have been teaching these things for a while now, right? Because we see other big gurus out there try to teaching you to deny your negative feelings, negative emotions, go into positive, think positive. No, and there are studies with ACT that I've been looking into. ACT has proven that when there are high performance sports people, right? And they try to deny their feelings. First, people that try to, ignore the feelings, negative. So they did some studies. There was a group that would try to keep busy, not to feel. There was another group that would try to deny the negatives and try to feel positives. And there was another group that were taught to embrace the negatives, embrace the pain of doing, high performance exercises that, they were very, painful to the muscles, to the body, whatever. And they were taught to love and accept that. There was a big increase in performance from the only group that loved and accepted what they were going through. So there's much more, science out there that is proving that it's important to love and accept what is. That's why I brought out the book, The Science Behind the Mind and Behavior, because I teach these things in there. So we need to understand that stress and anxiety are the byproduct of something deeper. So the first thing I can do, right, is stop and practice STOP, ABCDE, an acronym that I put together that is STOP, as in stop what you're doing, take a step back. A, airway, lie down, sit straight, try to open your chest, breathe, airway, breathing, ABCDE, airway, breathing, take a breath, a couple of breaths. So you're feeling stress, you're feeling anxiety, stop a second and take some breaths. Then C, D, E. C, connect. D, detect. E, emotions. Connect, detect, emotions. And this is the 3 questions that I normally teach is, how are you feeling? First question. Okay, I'm feeling stress, I'm feeling anxiety. Again, I have valid reasons. I'm going to validate that experience. Validate the experience. Don't deny it, don't fight it. You have valid reasons to feel that way. You might not know why. Don't get me wrong. You might not know why, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong. I need to validate the experience, love and accept what is. Once I do that, then I can ask myself, how am I feeling? I might be feeling scared, scared of doing a bad video, scared of asking for a raise, scared of asking something to my partner, maybe, changing jobs, building my business, whatever it is, being rejected. What are you scared of? Second question, fear. Why are you scared? Scared of what? You try to go deeper to understand the story you're telling yourself. The story could be, I'm scared of being rejected. Okay, perfect. You got valid reasons, because who wants to be rejected? It's not a nice feeling to be rejected. So again, how do I feel? Why do I feel this? And always from the intention of loving and accepting what is. And science is backing this up over and over again. And the third one that I ask is, how does this make me feel about myself if I am rejected? So imagine that people might say, I feel, like a failure. I feel not good enough. I feel not lovable. I feel not worthy. I feel not deserving, whatever it is. Find the story you're telling yourself that is already in the mind, and that this situation is bringing to the surface. A lot of people think that, imagine that somebody says, Tommy, you don't know what you're saying. And I say, oh, I don't feel value because of what you said. Or I say it in my mind, I don't feel value because of what this person said. It's the other way around. I already felt that. And when that person did or said something, they just brought it to the surface. So what I normally say, and I keep repeating, is I believe that we're spiritual beings living a human experience, and we're meant to get rid of our unresolved issues, of our limitations. So the universe is going to bring people and circumstances into our world, into our life, to help us see are unresolved issues. So when somebody made you feel like a failure, made you feel anger, made you feel whatever, you need to understand that you are creating that out of the stories you're telling yourself. Because imagine that somebody comes to me and says, Tommy, you are a thief, you are scumbag, you are a drug dealer or whatever. That is not going to even affect me because I know 100% that that is not true. I know 100% that that is not true. So it's not going to move, anything inside of me. But if somebody says something that I kind of doubt myself or believe, right, that I'm not good enough, I'm not deserving, whatever it is that might trigger inside of you, you're going to get triggered by what somebody said. So it's important to recognize these things because now we start owning them, we start empowering ourselves. Most people give their power away and think that others have power over them. You made me feel angry, you made me feel sad, you made me feel lonely, you made me feel not lovable, you made me feel not worthy. So they're giving their power away. So we need to understand that we have the power, nobody else. So whenever we're feeling something, in this case, like stress or anxiety, I need to understand how am I creating this within myself? As I said, okay, I'm scared. The fear is coming from something deeper, fear of rejection. And the fear of rejection is coming from, I don't want to feel like a failure. That is the story I'm telling myself, that I'm a failure and I want to try to achieve this, have the perfect body, be able to be a good coach, make more money, have a beautiful partner or this or that partner, or, make more money in my job or whatever, because I'm trying to cover up the negative story that is already in my mind. So if I keep trying to do just breath work to reduce the stress of anxiety, it's going to work. But if I don't change the story, as I say it all the time, it's like cleaning a river that is being contaminated by the neighborhood, by the industry, by the river, right? Or the lake. Let's put a lake that has been contaminated. I clean the lake, but then the company that is there keeps dumping their crap into the lake. So in 2 weeks, 2 months, it's going to be as contaminated as it was in the beginning. So instead of just cleaning the lake, you need to stop the company from dumping crap into the lake. And that's what I mean by identifying the story and changing it. But again, if we want to start being in control of those things, we need to start practicing love and acceptance of what is, because that is going to allow us to enter deeper into the mind to understand what is going on. Trying to deny it, fighting it. I have worked with people that deny, in a way like they don't want to. They don't deny like they're not feeling like that, but they try to push away, go into a war with their depression, with their anxiety, with anxiety attacks, with their stress, whatever. They try to go into wars thinking that going to war is going to fix the problem. And the mind doesn't respond well to war. It's like, seriously, going to war right now with Russia. Russia is going to start, maybe if the United States gets involved into war, they might start launching, missiles with, nuclear weapons. And now we're going to have a big problem. So now, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to start dying, something like that. Although it's already happening at a much smaller scale with Ukraine, I imagine if another big, country gets involved, whether it is UK, France, I don't know, United States or any other country, it's going to get crazy. So wars normally don't solve anything. In the mind is not going to solve anything. We need to learn how to love and accept. We're loving beings. So we need to practice that. How can I love and accept what I'm going through? Because there's a part of me that has valid reasons to feel this way. When I'm able to do that, I'm able to start going deeper to understand what's going on, understanding what does that part of me need that it didn't get as a little kid. It could be the love and acceptance from mom or dad. It could be I was rejected by mom. I was rejected by dad. I was rejected by my grandmother. There's different people that have gone through things, bigger or smaller, that created these limiting, negative, and false beliefs in the subconscious mind. So to be able to start overcoming this, in this case, as I'm talking, going back to stress and anxiety, I have to go into this, what I'm saying, stop, A, B, C, D, E. A, airway, breathe, connect, detect your emotions, understand How do I feel? Okay, fear. The problem is that a lot of people find it difficult to do it by themselves because their mind is going to try to trick them. What in saying like, I don't feel anything bad. I'm okay with this. I don't care what people say. I don't care if people reject me. And they start trying to convince themselves of something that is not. And that's why they have issues trying to go deeper. Okay, so it's important to be honest with yourself and be open heart, open mind, loving and accepting whatever comes out and validating it. How do I feel? Why do I feel this? And how does this make me feel about myself? Because when I'm able to start going deeper, I'm able to find the stories that I'm telling myself, nobody else. I am telling myself. It could have been things that my parents taught me as a kid, an uncle, an aunt, whatever. But it's something that now I'm telling myself over and over. And that is creating pain that I need to deal with. If I don't process the mind this way, normally whatever else that you're trying to do out there is going to repress, ignore, cover up, and the problem is still going to be there. It's imagining, as I said, imagine this industry is dumping crap into the lake. I come in, I clean the lake, and then I don't come back to this lake anymore. Does it mean that it's going to stay clean for the rest of the years? No, it's going to, get contaminated again because this industry is going to keep dumping things. So although I don't look at that lake, I don't visit that lake, it's going to keep happening. So what's going to happen to you that you might get triggered when you need to do things that are going to take your life to the next level. Like, again, maybe asking for a raise at work, maybe changing jobs, maybe setting boundaries to somebody, right, that is being nasty to you, maybe changing partners, finding a partner, I don't know, asking for more money, whether it is in your business, growing your business, looking for clients. In whatever area, people start seeing behaviors that are not serving them. And they try to force themselves to change behaviors without understanding why that behavior is there in the first place. So to truly be able, again, another analogy, if I want to fix a car and I don't know about mechanics, I'm not going to be able to truly fix a car. Imagine that the car is making noises, right? So what I do that I don't know about mechanic, I put the radio very loud so the noise of the car is not, so I give you back, imagine that you brought me your car that is making a very weird noise. I turn the radio and I tell you from now on, leave the radio like this and the problem is solved. Is this problem truly solved if we do that? Yes or no, type it in the chat. Will the problem be solved if I tell you to put the radio very loud so that you don't hear the other sound in the background? I don't tell you that. I tell you just leave the radio like this and you're not going to listen to that sound anymore. Did that really solve the problem? Yes or no? The truth is that is not going to solve the problem. No, exactly. It's not going to solve the problem. Seriously. It's not going to solve it. And this is what a lot of people do. They feel like a low self-esteem. So now they go to the gym to have a perfect body so that they can feel more confident about themselves. But the truth is, it is a temporary patch that they're putting into their life because they're not actually changing their mindset. They're just covering the problem up, as I was saying before, right? Putting the radio louder. And this is what people do. They find external things to cover up, to compensate their negatives inside. So it's very important to start recognizing these things because this is not going to bring true freedom. This is going to bring partial freedom because then you're going to need to go to the gym for the rest of your life to have this body to feel good about yourself. Because whenever you put a couple of pounds over or kilos, you're going to feel like crap about yourself. And I've seen this in a lot of people that they go to the gym, they feel much better, and then they put a couple of pounds up, and then they start beating themselves up again. How about loving yourself no matter what? And from that love to yourself, now you can go easier to the gym. You can, do more exercise or whatever you want to do to try to stay in a specific, weight. It's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's okay. But the intention behind it. And I see this a lot. Some time ago, a guy reached out to me and told me, oh, did you know that people that have six packs make, 30% more money than people that don't have six packs? I'm like, what? Seriously, he was trying to convince me that, I needed a six pack, work with him so that I could make more money because that's going to increase my self-esteem. That is, again, putting the radio higher, increase the volume of radio so you don't listen to the noise of the car. But the noise of the car is still there, and you need to really address the root problem, not just cover it up with money, a partner, car, gym, eating healthy, spirituality, whatever. A lot of people cover their problems, their insecurities, their self-esteem, their confidence with external things. The idea is to be able to love and accept yourself no matter what. Yes, no matter what. If you get fired, if you stop going to the gym because you got hurt and you cannot go to the gym for a month or two, whatever, can you still love yourself? And some people, now that they're realizing this, might say, yeah, I can love myself, right? But again, as the mind gets, wiser, the ego, the protective mechanism, also gets wiser. So the idea is to be able to identify the root cause, connect with that part of you that is feeling the stress, the anxiety, this fear, so that we can start building something new, a new way of thinking. That's the idea through this work, through rapid subconscious reprogramming. And I've seen so many other people out there that are, teaching this. And it's been now many years too that these people have been teaching this. So we got to be very careful who we listen to, but there's so many names out there that are screwing up with our mind, that are telling us to deny the negatives, to feel positive, to count your blessings, forgive and let go. No, that is the byproduct. Gratitude is a byproduct of dealing with what's going on inside of you. Forgiveness is a byproduct of healing. Positivity is a byproduct of dealing with the negativity. Pushing negativity, forcing yourself to feel positive is not going to solve the problem. It's very important to understand this, people, because I see it over and over again. Thank God I'm starting to find other authors that are talking about these things from the science perspective. And that's where I'm basing more and more my work, because it is science-based. I haven't done the studies scientifically. I have worked with thousands of people, so I know how the mind works. And I'm seeing these confirmations from other people that are doing this, that have done the studies to prove their work, that this is the way to go. The acceptance part is the most important part in whatever you're struggling. Perfectionism, whether it is, doubt, dwelling in the past, stress, anxiety, depression, whatever it is a problem, we need to first learn how to love and accept where we are. When you're able to start doing that, things start changing. You start feeling different. And that's the idea with this work. I have some questions here on Zoom, so I'm going to address that. Krishnan, don't worry, I saw them, so no worries. Hi, Romana. Hi, Krishnan. Hi, Alexa. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Beth, for listening there on social media. So if this is resonating with you, please share it with as many people as you can. And I want to also let you know, I have my book that I have launched, a couple of months ago, a new book where I share a lot of this, right? I want to help millions around the world to start being able to make changes from a very different way. The market is saturated with people out there that are teaching the wrong way. And there are several big names out there that maybe you don't know about, that they're teaching other ways that are backed up with science and that are proving to work much more efficient. That's what I'm teaching too. The loving and accepting what is going to allow you to start making changes. So thank you very much again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments on social media. Thank you, Beth, again for watching there. If anybody else is watching on social media, let us know. Share this with as many people as you can. I want to be able to help millions around the world change their life through love and acceptance. And you can help me do that for free, sharing this with other people that can benefit from these type of things. Stress and anxiety is something that hits millions around the world. And a lot of them are trying to suppress their anxiety, their stress, fight it, going to war, and it doesn't really work. So thank you very much, Beth. I love that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for watching, again, sharing with people. If you want to know more, again, for anybody listening, I have my book I'm launching right now, a Black Friday, early Black Friday, so that more people can get it at a much more affordable price. It's crazy how much I'm charging for that book. If you want to know more about how the mind works, how to start making changes, I have this book. Just let me know. Type down here below #book, and I'm get the link so you can get a copy. And I'm offering a money back guarantee. As I know this works, this is so powerful what I'm teaching. I have combined so many techniques out there that I put them in this book, that I'm offering a money back guarantee. If you give it a try and you don't like the book, you get a full refund of your money. So you invest it, or you love it, or you get your money back, and there's nothing to lose. So if you're interested, just let me know, #book over here in the live, and I'll get you the link shortly so you can start learning more about the mind. I've been studying this for 14 years, and I have combined coaching, neuroscience, therapy, inner child connection. I have combined, now that I'm tweaking some things, ACT, acceptance, and commitment therapy. That is science-based, right? So it is also fitting into what do I do, what I'm doing. So it's all combined in this book to help you start making changes. So thank you very much again. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode on Wednesday. We're going live again. So thank you. Take care. Have a great week, people. Bye.